Okay, now I'm going to start to work on the legs, and I begin with a simple drape. I've done this a gazillion times, so it's real easy for me, but you'll bumble it maybe the first time. I shouldn't say that, maybe you won't. So I just kind of put some slack on the sheet, and then I tuck it underneath the far leg. So I kind of know where her bum is, and I know where genitals are. So I tuck the sheet underneath the far side, I pull the top end out of the way, and then I don't mess with it anymore. So I've got the leg really in access there. Okay. Okay, you'll start to determine for yourself how much oil you'll use. And here I'm going to do the whole leg all the way to the heel. Notice I kind of go up, these long gliding strokes. Sometimes these C strokes where I'm bringing the two hands, the thumb and the index finger, create a little C motion. Good. And then I'll get them a little more specific. Sometimes I'll use this first, second knuckle for some strokes, some vertical strokes up along the hamstring line. I can even follow it all the way. It'll kind of go underneath the sheet, but I'll bump into the ischial tuberosity. The sits bone is underneath there. Some long strokes here. Again, sometimes I can feel if I take you can see I'll bring my thumb, I bring my other fingers in kind of behind the thumb to help support and guide the thumb. In some long strokes, sometimes I can get a feel for some of the fibers of the hamstrings that are holding. Again, 5, 6, 7. I like to glide over the popliteal area. It's called the back of the knee. I'll go down to the calf. Again, I'll do some strokes up the outside on both sides of the calf. So I kind of use the heel of my hand. That's the gastroc muscle, the big calf muscle. Sometimes I go up the middle and out to the side with the thumbs. That should be working. And then finally, I'll do one where I start at it's called the Achilles tendon. I'll follow that kind of right up that line, right up the middle, about halfway up the calf. Ooh, and there's a spot right there. It's called the soleus. It's the deeper of the two calf muscles. And that's an important one. So I might do that maybe just a couple times. It's a find it and hold. And with a couple C strokes there. Sometimes I go to the heel, do some little spins right on the attachment at the heel, and then I'll hold the whole foot, I'll lift it up, and then I do some knuckles on the foot. Again, if it's a long leg, it might be way up in the air. So again, you take care of your body, use the arch, hit the arch of the foot around the heel, outside edge of the base of the toes feels really good. And then I kind of wiggle it out, I put that leg down, and I can just pull on the sheet, boop, it will pop right out from under them. That side's done. I'll go to the other side. Kind of pull the sheet long, I get a little flesh of the sheet, push it under that edge, and they're ready. I usually move their hand out of the way so I have access for my hands. These C strokes are just a good beginning stimulation. Just moving the muscle fibers, getting the connective tissue moving between my hands, good. And then I'll get a little more specific with some vertical lines. Do I need to know where each of the hamstrings are? No. If you did, would that be bad? No. It's good. I think I've learned that and forgot that probably 3 times by now. But the point is, I want to feel. I will feel when there's an issue. There's some little holding about halfway through on this line. And do I need to know what that muscle does? Do I need to know where it works? Do I need, no. My intention is to feel that, work through that a little bit, give it a few strokes, maybe spend a little time on it for a moment. It's like a trigger point work where you stay with it. I could use the more advanced work, we do a little more direct pressure, and I move on. Again, sometimes that's a moment to have a dialogue with them around what's there, what do they notice, what are they working with. And sometimes then a little more knowledge can inform their practice on the mat. Go right up the middle here to the soleus, a couple of those. Again, you can see I've got just enough oil. You can see me work with the oil sometimes to make sure I've got just enough. Sometimes I'll wipe it onto my arm out of the way, or even at the bottom of the sheet if I have too much, because I need to have a bit of a grip. I need to be able to smoothly slide, but I also need to have a bit of a grip. So if it's too much oil, it becomes very difficult to do to have the tactile sense of what's enough, are they feeling it? You're not able to get the depth sometimes. There's lots of different footwork. This is a simple technique to get energy and access into the foot, open the energy of the foot.